Everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started. Call the meeting to order at 5:30. Roll call. At-large Cummins. Here. At-large Postian.
Here.
Ward 1 Welker.
Here.
Ward 2 Helm.
Here.
Ward 3 Johnston.
Here.
Okay. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next is the approval of the agenda. Before we approve or make a motion to approve the agenda, there is one requested amendment, and that is removal of item number 9 under the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve with that omission.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Cummins, seconded by Postian.
Cummins,
Yes.
Postian,
Yes.
Welker,
Yes.
Helm,
Yes.
Johnston.
Yes.
All right, communications. If there's anyone present that would like to address the council, now would be the time to do so. No? Okay. Looking at you, Larry. No? Not today. Okay. All right. Anyone else? All right, then we will move on to the consent agenda. These are routine items that will be enacted by one motion without separate discussion unless a council member requests separate consideration. Approval of the council meeting minutes of October 7th, 2024. Investment and Treasurer's Report, September 2024. Library minutes, August 12th, 2024. Library minutes, September 9th, 2024. Approval of the Library Director's Report of August 2024. Library Director's Report, September 2024. Approval of the liquor license for Tea Time Tavern at 1143 Cedar Valley Road. This is pending inspection. Approval of the liquor license for Abby's at 109 West 6th Street. Approval to move Connie Delfelt on the Hinson wage scale from NO2 Step 8 to NO2 Step 10. Approval of Tipton Revitalization Incentive Program Acquisition Assistance Grant Reimbursement Request to Bobby Kaufman, 1305 Cedar Street for $5,000. Approval of pay application number 17, replace Highway 38 South Street, Iowa 130, Triple B Construction, $383,264.89. And approval of the claims register, which includes claims paid under the current purchase policy.
Motion.
Okay, I think I'll go at the same time. But motion by Helm, seconded by Cummins.
Postian,
Yes.
Welker,
Yes.
Helm,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Cummins.
Yes.
Okay. And moving on to city business. First item is discussion and possible action concerning proposed engineering contract amendment number 3 by Garnet Associates for work done on the North Plum Street project.
Jack isn't available for tonight. He was tied up with another meeting, so I'm going to try to cover for you, but basically he's asking for a contract amendment of $12,000. He says his firm would absorb an equal amount. This is for having much more involvement in the North Plum project than they had anticipated, and being called to make extra trips due to a number of items that he highlighted in his email. And again, he says that they plan to write off an amount equal to about the $12,000 that they're requesting. I imagine you've had a chance to review his reasoning for making his request, but does anybody have any questions in what he highlighted? I would say if there are concerns, and with him not being able to be here, the council might table it until he can be available.
Is there anything in here that we could have done to help simplify everything? I mean, if this is our problem, we should pay for it, they shouldn't have to be here to justify it. I mean,
I don't know that there's anything in there that, I mean, I
Is there anything
think-
that sticks out at anybody?
I don't think so. I mean, I think the water main conflicts, I don't know. I never saw them up there, so I guess I'm not the right person to ask, to be honest. I mean, I think I did ask him to come and look at the beehives. Just, you and I had that discussion, yeah. Because they appeared to be too low. I think that was probably one of the extra trips that they made to fix that. I think that's probably item number 6, maybe not. I don't know what fiber handholds are, but that's what I was envisioning when I read it, was those beehives, because that would have been the same amount of time frame.
I'm not a contractor, I guess, but I don't know, like, there are some things on here like the water main issues caused by contractors. Is that the city's job to pay for that time? It's come out of the contractor side of things, like I don't know, the stake drives, like, because a homeowner, I don't know, is that the homeowner's job to like pay for the staking? Like, if they're the ones coming out, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think the water main issues, Steve, you might be able to answer that better. I mean, the first time that water main broke, when you were gone, Garden and Associates wasn't there. Chris and whoever was working with Chris that day was up there with JJ's group. But nobody from Garden and Associates was up there, but maybe they came the next day. I don't know.
Sounds like we probably should just table it.
But-
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
I mean-
looking at one of these as far as additional because of a homeowner. Now, that would be, when we originally did this, the homeowner was supposed to pay for anything additional on top, correct?
Which numbers?
Well, I don't know that honestly don't know that we really ever discussed that specifically, because I think at the time,
Well, I mean, in a perfect world, a contract is a contract, but in a perfect world, everything goes great. I mean,
Yeah.
If you have a hiccup, you don't just say, hey, I want more money.
and I don't know if those driveways, I don't know whose driveways those were. That must have been after the fact, because a couple of ours were already in the plan at the time, so I don't really know. But as far as our driveway goes and the traffic in our driveway, Steve is the one that brought the barricades to our house to block my driveway. I mean, I think they're willing to compromise and write off, I guess write off half of the proposed,
I motion to table it.
Yes, I second.
Okay. So motion to table for further discussion. Motion by Johnston, seconded by Helm.
Welker,
Yes.
Helm,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Cummins,
Yes.
Bastian.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on to city business number 2, resolution number 102124A. Resolution approving the recordation of contract assignment documents, the filing of 657A consents and pending litigation, the redemption of tax sale certificates, reference properties subject to real estate contract assignments to the city, and the pursuit of contract forfeitures based on contractor purchaser defaults.
This has to do with the number of properties that the council has met about. We did not include the resolution in the packet because it hasn't been entirely worked out. They expect another day or two. The resolution title is correct, and I believe you've seen a draft of the resolution, but until it's truly finalized by the paperwork arriving in a couple days, it was withheld from the packet because it had it had location or, addresses and some dollar amounts. We're not certain that those are final until the final paperwork is done. So basically, we're asking the council to approve the resolution, and then it'll be finalized in the next couple of days, hopefully.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion by Poston, seconded by Helm.
Helm,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Cummins, Posturing,
Yes.
Welker.
Yes.
All right, item number 3, discussion and possible action concerning change order number 7 for the Highway 38 project contingent to concurrence by Iowa DOT. Andy, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Great. Good evening. So I'm back to, this is a topic that we started a discussion on at the previous meeting. Got the formal change order form in front of you now to formalize in the construction contract the work that we had discussed at the last meeting. Following up on the question that I was posed with at the previous meeting, I did deliver an email response to Brian and Melissa here earlier today. And I think, Brian, were you going to have that available for council ahead of the meeting? Is that right? Okay. So we've got the change order in its final form. I can say that the DOT has concurred with this change order as of today, actually. So that's good news. Assuming the city would like to move ahead with it. And then when I was discussing this with Brian and Melissa and Steve earlier today, there was a few questions that came up on general update on the project schedule. So the contractor does plan to have all of the 5th Street work wrapped up, including the asphalt, by the week of November 4th. And that would also actually coincide with kind of wrapping up the major work on the project in general, that they intend to have the project substantially complete that week of November 4th. So I think that's good news. It's, getting everything coming to a close on what has been, by and large, I think a real successful project for the city of Tipton. So that's kind of the general update. If you have any questions on the change order itself or that email, like I said, that I delivered to Brian and Melissa today regarding the question that was asked of me last time, I would be happy to field them at this time.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion by Helm, seconded by Welker.
Johnston,
Yes.
Cummins,
Yes.
Posturing,
Yes.
Welker,
Yes.
Helm.
Yes.
All right, item number 4, discussion and possible action concerning ordinance number 593, which made the portion of the downtown alley a one-way. This ordinance was passed earlier this year that made a portion of the alleyway during the construction time period, but only from April 1st to October 31st. And the question is to whether to let the ordinance expire on October 31st or consider amending the ordinance to make the one-way permanent.
I would recommend changing it back. Personally.
That was my feeling. I was just gonna ask.
People don't follow directions anyway.
I was just.
Probably 50% of the people go the other way anyway, so why have a sign?
Just gonna ask.
I see them all the time.
I got it now, so.
We're back to discussing tickets for the one way.
The wrong one way though.
Yeah. I second it. I'm third.
So, Motion to,
Is that a formal motion or?
motion to take it back to what it was?
I will second that.
Yeah, it'll just expire.
Just let it expire.
Okay, let it expire.
Okay. So do we really need a motion or is it just a motion to, no?
No, I don't
Oh,
think
no.
so. I think it's already set up to
Yeah, to
expire.
expire, right, okay. Okay, well, that concludes city business portion of the meeting then. Reports from the mayor, council, manager, department heads. Department heads, Linda?
Real quick. I am gonna be planning a ribbon cutting for the Highway 38 project, so I'm gonna give you heads up because the mayor will need to cut the ribbon that It's, yeah,
Did we get the
big scissors, yeah. yes, we get that. It actually is gonna be on Small Business Saturday, which is November 30th. And then time to be announced later. I just want to give everybody heads up because I'm also going to be sending invitations to our businesses downtown to see if they would like to be a part of that, and then notify the chamber board. But this is a city project, so I am doing it on behalf of the city. But I just wanted to give everybody heads up on that. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mine just real quick. You always want good news. So Officer. No, we like bad news. This is just a little blurb. Officer Adolph and his wife competed in the Des Moines Half Marathon this weekend. And they completed it. And if you've ever seen Officer Adolph running in the mornings, he's usually at about 6:45. But they completed their half marathon this past weekend. So it's kind of a cool thing because that's
That's a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
That's about. More power to them.
Yeah, exactly. So they, yeah, good for them. It's not that hard. Who said that? Oh, George, what did you say? It's not that hard.
I've done 6 of them.
Oh,
what?
good for you.
Marathons.
John? Brad? No? No? Steve?
Just a big thank you to the community for the support for planning the last 51 trees. About 30 students from the high school. Larry headed up the, basically organizing the labor on that whole thing with about 8 teams, I guess, right, Larry? 8 or 9? 8 teams. 8 teams. Once it got started, it took about an hour and 15 minutes.
51 trees, oh, wow.
So, and
Yeah, it went really fast.
getting good at it. I like
Smoking.
Good job.
Yeah, it went really
Yeah.
fast.
And a DNR grant, we're about 10,000, just short of 10,000. And then the Lions Club came through with another 1,000 last Thursday night. So,
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
so big thank you to the community. It was a huge community thing.
Yes. And thank you, Steve, for not making me actually plant trees. I just took pictures. He didn't hand me a shovel, so I didn't ask for one either.
Your presence was all we needed.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah. I hear that every day.
Terry said it.
Yeah, right. Did you see the look on his face when I said that? All right, council members, anybody have anything? Right? No? Melissa? No? Nothing? Okay. Terry, do you have anything? I didn't ask you. Okay. All right, then I'll take a motion to adjourn. Okay, motion by Helm, seconded by Cummins.
Postian,
Yes.
Welker,
Yes.
Helm,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Cummins.
All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you.